Welcome everyone to the Contractor License Board Applications Committee virtual and in-person meeting. Before the meeting is called to order, we will play a short video to explain procedures for this virtual meeting and to explain how members of the public can participate and interact with committees during the meeting.
Welcome to the Professional and Vocational Licensing Virtual Board Meeting.
When the meeting begins momentarily, the chair will take a roll call, explain any specific rules for this particular board, and then move to public comment. The name of the board member will appear on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. For instance, this is board member Y, and this is board member E. Public testimony will be accepted at the beginning of the meeting and before each agenda item. You can indicate that you are ready to testify by clicking on the Raise Hand button being circled by the mouse on your screen now. At the appropriate time, the board will recognize you to speak and ask you to unmute your mic as shown here. Again, public testimony will be accepted at the beginning of the meeting and before each agenda item. Public attendees will not be able to unmute their microphone until recognized by the board. Public attendees who are recognized to testify will be asked to identify themselves by name and their affiliated organization if applicable. Please mute your microphone when you are finished speaking as a courtesy to others and members of the board. Public attendees will not be able to unmute themselves after the testimony is completed unless recognized again after raising their hand. At some point during the meeting, the board may choose to move into executive session. When the board moves into executive session, the board members' microphones and video feeds will be turned off, and a similar screen as you see now will be displayed. When the board returns from executive session, their microphones will be turned on as well as their video cameras.
Welcome again to the Professional and Vocational Licensing Virtual Board Meeting.
At this time, the chair will call the meeting to order and take a roll call, as well as explain any additional rules that may be specific to this board.
Welcome to the May Applications Committee meeting. At this time, I'm going to be taking the roll call and ask each member to state if anyone is there with them. I am Paul Alejado, and no one's with me. Daryl Sahiro.
Present, no one's here with me.
Okay, thank you, Daryl. Randy Lau.
Present, no one's with me.
Thank you, Randy. Russell Inouye.
Present, and no one's here with me.
Thank you, Russell. And John Polachek is excused at this time. At this time, can I get a motion to amend the agenda to correct inadvertent errors?
I'd like to make a motion to amend the agenda as follows. Item 1, add page 3, Aluminum Products, Liberty Lake LLC, Thomas Gordon Loftus, RME. Item 2, remove page 8, number 5, Amco Contracting Inc., Andrew Michael Pennar, RME, C24 Building Moving and Wrecking. This application was approved on April 2026. Item 3, remove page 14, number 78, Holo Holo Tree Service LLC. This application was approved on April 2026. Item 4, update page 16, number 101, Live View Technology Inc., Stephen Ross, RME. Delete C15 Electronic Systems. Item 5, remove page 17, number 113, Willie K. Marshall, RME, Lynch Painting Inc. This application was approved on April of 2026. Item 6, remove page 23, number 180, Clayton Timmer, RME, Readyman Services Inc. Readyman Services In, that may be a typo. C37 Plumbing. This application was approved in April 2026. That ends my motion for amendment.
Okay, thank you, Randy. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you now. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, say nay. So the motion is carried at this time. At this time, I'm gonna read the new application committee recommendation numbers 1 through 57. Number 1 is Advanced Painting and Cleaning Services LLC, Bradley Antenna Cruz, RME, for the C33 painting and decorating is deferred. Ivan Akana, RME, Cavalier Construction Inc., for the C48 for the structural steel is deferred. Alpha Inc., John Duvashell, RME, for the C31A cement, the C31B stone masonry is approved. Aluminum Products Liberty Lake LLC, Thomas Gordon Loftus, RME, for the C68MI prefabricated metal buildings is deferred. Ambler General Contracting LLC, Patrick Ambler, RME, for the B General Building is deferred. American Ramp Company, Jonathan David Hunter, RME, for the A General Engineering is deferred. American Veteran Service Corporation, Carlos Rojas, RME, for the B General Building is deferred. Amertech Slope Constructors Inc., Roger Moore, RME, for the A General Engineering and the C68 RL Rockfall Mitigation is deferred. Rani Antalon individual for the C37 plumbing is deferred. Asset Construction Inc., Thomas Anthony, RME, for the B General Building is approved. Kenneth Athens, RME, Orchid Isles Builders LLC, for the B General Building is deferred. Brant Brown, RME, Papa Landscaping LLC, for the C27 landscaping is approved. Build Right Inc., Stephen Berg, RME, for the C5 cabinet millwork and carpentry remodeling and repairs is deferred. Anthony Keith Campbell, RME, Western Solutions Inc., for the A General Engineering is deferred. Countryman Builders Inc., Kevin Countryman, RME, for the B General Building is approved. DBC Construction Inc., Christopher Kitavis, RME, for the A General Engineering and a B General Building is deferred. DBGC Inc., Darren Buckley, RME, for the B General Building is approved. Charles Elman individual for the C37 plumbing is approved. Sean Feeney, RME, Ledson Construction Company Inc., for the B General Building is deferred. Brandon Forrest Jackman, RME, Pool Pro Inc., for the C49 swimming pool is deferred. Freedom Quartz Countertops LLC, Gregory Allen RV, RME, for the B General Building is deferred. Vincent Farrell Jr. individual for the B General Building is approved. HSI Mechanical Inc., Mark Nishikawa, RME, for the B General Building is approved. Hanson Rice Inc., Burke Lane Hanson, RME, for the B General Building is approved. Hawaii Countertops Inc., Craig Takamine Army for the C-51A Cultural Marble is approved. Johnson Associates Inc., Robert Sumanis Army for the B General Building is deferred. KR General Contracting LLC, Kai-Rez Army for the B General Building is approved. Kana Construction Corporation, Ram Japes Balande Army for the C-27 Landscaping is denied. Kina Ola Sustainable Land Use LLC, Clifton Dodge Army for the C-27 Landscaping is approved. Seung Ha Lee Individual for the B General Building is deferred. Gabriel Joseph Libitsky Army, Hawaii Glass Act LLC for the C-22 glazing and tinting is approved. Kurt Malley Army, Northwest Exteriors Inc. for the C-5 cabinet millwork and carpentry remodeling is deferred. Manco Design LLC, Zachary Frehoko Moffett Army for the B General Building is approved. Malcolm Mackay LLC, Michael Thomas Zimmerman Army for the B General Building is deferred. Igor Mokan Army, BMK Construction LLC for the C-21 flooring is deferred and a C-51 tile is approved. Nan Inc., Brian Shin Army for the C-57 well is approved. Next Step Custom Flooring LLC, Jason O. Army for the C-7 carpet laying is deferred and a C-21 flooring is approved. Normal Corporation DBA, Everyday Corporation, Bryce Toyama Army for the A General Engineering, the B General Building, and a C-52 for the ventilating and air conditioning is deferred. Pahana Control Systems Inc., William Liu Army for the C-19 asbestos and a C-33 for the painting and decorating is approved. Chase Clinton Oliver Anderson and Wood Construction Inc. for the C-62 pole and line is deferred. Aaron Pahe individual for the C-5 cabinet millwork and carpentry is deferred. Pure Air Hawaii Inc., Michael Pugo Army for the C-52 ventilating and air conditioning is deferred. Aaron Elijah Greatveld Army, Bernard Construction Company for the A General Engineering is deferred. Thomas Rosenbaum individual for the B General Building is approved. Shorter Ohana LLC, Michael Luke Aiken Army for the C-31 cement, concrete, and the C-31B stone masonry is approved. David Harrow Shanazaran, American Marine Corporation for the A General Engineering is deferred. Anthony Keone Silva individual for the C-40A prefabricated refrigerated panels is deferred. Solar Ray Solutions LLC, Robert Ray Miranda Army for the C-61A solar hot water system is deferred. Stone Crafters 808 LLC, Tony Lewis Army for the C-31B stone masonry is deferred. DNT's Electric LLC, Thomas Plunkett Army for the C13 electrical is approved. Pomaikai Kalani Thoen Army Direct TV LLC for the C16B telecommunication is deferred. Tonole Electrical Inc., Brian Tonole Army for the C13 electrical is approved. Clayton Turnbull Army JGAG Farm Services LLC for the B General Building is approved. Timo Construction LLC Ubaldo Ortiz Reyes Army for the B General Building is deferred. WNO LLC Stewart N. Williams Jr. Army for the C37 Plumbing is deferred. WB Constructions Roofing and Rain Gutters LLC Voma Garganta Boris Army for the C5 Cabinet Millwork and Carpentry Remodeling is deferred. And the C42 Roofing and the C44 Sheet Metal is deferred. Thomas Bojkal individual for the C22 glazing and tinting is deferred.
Thank you, Chair. These are the deferrals from April 2026. 48 Fire LLC, Nathan R. Putraz RME, denied. 808 Maintenance and Renovations, Inc., Richard E. Chanko RME, defer. 95 Mechanical LLC, Robin C. Sunio RME, defer. ADF International, Inc., Daniel P. Rooney RME, approve. Arco DB Companies, Inc., William P. Jensen RME, defer. ATD Power Solutions LLC, Lee W. Hewitt RME, defer. Lilani LLC, Wendell Kiohuoloa RME, defer. Gassan Abonaje RME, defer. Accurate Plumbing and Repairs LLC, Colton AC Nascimento RME, defer. Ahofono T. Aholole individual, defer. Air and Lube Systems Inc., Miguel Mitchell Tornina RME, defer. Akame HVAC LLC, Kaina Asing RME, approve. Alatini Landscape Inc., Helu P. Alatini RME, defer. Aloha Construction Management LLC, Ryan L. Polek RME, defer. Aloha Island Enterprise LLC, Francis I. Pualani RME, defer. Alpha Vertical LLC, Scott Heron RME, withdraw. Sean W. Anschutz RME, defer. Alakai K. Artates individual, defer. Armstrong Builders LLC, Lauren Michelle Kalakiki RME, approve. Austin Fire Systems LLC, Keenan W. Bridges RME, defer. BB Builders LLC, Brandon P.K. Blaisdell RME, defer. Barca LLC, James J. Snyder RME, defer. Bargreen Ellenson Inc., Taylor Martins RME, defer. Greg Baskin individual, defer. Blooming Gardens Inc., Julian Buell Perez RME, approve. John R. Bretschneider RME, Bretschneider Remodeling LLC, defer. Brightlight Digital LLC, Mark S. Tarawala RME, defer. Busey Custom Tile LLC, Robert Stephen Busey RME, defer. Jeremy C. Butler RME, defer. CB Recovery Group Inc., Jacob Pelka RME, defer. CHS Solutions LLC, Brian H. Seguchi RME, defer. Ronald J. Casey RME, defer. Shalomi Berlinger Calvary individual, defer the C5 cabinet millwork and carpentry remodeling and repairs, and withdraw the C6 carpentry framing. Amber KKM Casamarillo, individual, defer. Challenge Works Inc., Nicholas A. Redinger, RME, defer. Wexang Chen, individual, approve. Clean Harbors Environmental Services Inc., Joshua Dale Stringer, RME, defer. Clean Harbors Environmental Services Inc., John Harley Yerkes, RME, defer. Clearwater Mechanical, Plumbing and Underground LLC, excuse me, Celso Guerra, RME, defer. Coastal Current Construction LLC, Richard T. Mount, RME, defer. Commercial Shelving Inc., Ali Loa, RME, defer. Consolidated Painting LLC, Jeffrey R. Wablinger, RME, deny. Construct, excuse me. Construct and maintain, could you pick up?
Construct and Maintain Corporation, Greg Miller, RME, defer. Deborah E. Coppola, RME, withdraw. Travis F. Cobb, RME, defer. BGK Construction LLC, David G. Cargo, RME, defer. Daifuku Services America Corporation, Frank R. Rodriguez, RME, defer. Davis Plumbing Services LLC, Landon L.K. Davis, RME, defer. Decology LLC, Jonathan R. Admodson, RME, defer. Design Smith Bills Inc., Nathamir, RME, deny. DD Constructing and Design LLC, Deidra P. Farm L. RME, defer. Sean K. Diebold, RME, defer. Dane Kaina Dimaya, RME, approve. Duki Recovery LLC, Daniel P. McCarn, RME, defer. Dynasty Plumbing LLC, Danilo J. Baritolina, RME, defer. Eagle Building Systems Inc., Kenny Whitecup, RME, defer. Eaton Corporation, Jazz Yantel, RME, defer. Edison Power Corporations Inc., Wayne Sholil, RME, defer. Eric D. Eldred, RME, defer. Brandon Jacob, Ashnoir, RME, defer. Familiar Construction LLC, Brian G. Caramo, RME, defer. Fleming Environmental Incorporated, Terry L. Fleming Jr., RME, defer. GMZ Engineering Inc., Charlie M. Marbury, RME, defer. GUWI LLC, Daniel R. Spear, RME, defer. Walito Gatono, individual, defer. Ricky J. Garrett, individual, defer. Dakota J. Graffin, RME, defer. Jamal A. Guillermo, individual, approve. HCA Hawaii LLC, James W. Olayan, RME, defer. HI Skill Tech LLC, Sujit Kilgore, RME, defer. Holly Design Build LLC, Jason M. Zick, RME, defer. Haley Construction Inc., Seishi McRitchie, RME, defer. Hawaiian Corrosion Services LLC, Richie Robert Ellison, RME, approve. Hawaiian Dragging Construction Company, Icon Hunt Portisellen RME defer. Hawaiian Fire, Migration LLC, Simon B. Ditton RME defer. Hawaiian Telecom Inc., William Gibson III RME deny. Adam Hodgson individual defer. Honua Y LLC, Joshua Pakipala RME defer. Shalomi Huberman RME defer. Integrated Service Company LLC DBA In Service USA LLC, Jeffrey W. Rickett RME defer. Island Electrical Systems LLC, James D. Sanseno RME defer. James Tide and Stoning, Jefferson Marcin RME defer. Jeffrey A. Jenkins RME defer. Joe Builder Inc., Joseph Pandolif Jr. RME defer. Judge Netting Inc., Daniel H. Judge RME defer. K. Pablo General Constructing LLC, Fortunate B. K. Pablo RME defer. KT Air Conditioning Inc., K. Tantog RME defer. Koa Construction LLC, Sydney Race RME defer. Matthew Joseph Cox Marek RME deny. Lauren Michelle Kaleleki RME defer. Kapukola K. Kamekaiku individual approve. Kamoine Kahealani Kane RME defer. Paulo Construction LLC, Alexa A. Cassie RME defer. Pool AC and Street Metal LLC, Jacob K. Luna RME approve. Huang Y. Kwan individual defer. LA Solar Group Inc., Ara Patrocian RME defer. Antonio Labute individual defer. Lena Blue Services Inc., Wade Nakayama RME defer. Ben B. Linton individual defer. Lighthouse Electrical Contractors Inc., Danny Clark RME defer. Liveview Technologies Inc., Stephen Ross RME defer. Geoffrey A.E. Long RME defer. Long Limbs Tree Services LLC, Lucas Brower RME defer. Stuart Louis RME defer. MB Construction Inc., Maui E. Murphy RME defer.
Thank you. I'm going to try this again, committee. Bear with me. Michael A. Mata'a RME defer. Jeremy James Maddox individual defer. Mahulia Builders LLC, John Joseph Goodhue RME approve. Mamelet USA North Inc., Sydney King RME defer. Mana Home Services LLC, Jorge Ruiz RME defer. Thurman A. Mann RME defer. Marble Unlimited LLC, Khan H. Doe RME defer. Martin Bros Construction LLC, Charles Martin RME defer. James Kevin Scott Martin RME defer. Tumua T. Masanane individual approve. Maui Professionals LLC, Anthony Michael Arsabalar RME deny. Maloa Construction LLC, Lacanor R. Anastasio Jr. RME defer. Maui Pohaku LLC, Jonas Archikakris RME defer. Alan M. McLohan RME defer. Garrett A. McLean RME defer. Sheena Nicole Medley RME approve. Orlando Z. Menor RME defer. Michael Miller RME defer. Stephen J. Nakanashi RME defer. Bill H. Nguyen individual defer. Hassan Nguyen individual defer. Motosugu Ochaki, individual, defer. Brennan K. Odagiri, RME, defer. Ohana Custom Homes, Inc., Arthur C. Parisi, RME, defer. Ronnie M. Okabe, RME, defer. Ola Built LLC, Benson P.E. Payne, RME, defer. Oli Home Solutions and Repair, LLC, Ty K. Gibson, RME, defer. Oliver Electric, LLC, Andre T. Oliver, RME, defer. Onesta LLC, Tyson G.K. Fiera, RME, defer. Or Protection Systems, Inc., Russell Baker, RME, defer. PH Design Homes, LLC, Penghui He, RME, defer. Pamlico Hawaii, LLC, Dimitri Pepe, RME, defer. Paniolo Builders, Inc., Don A. Nicholson, RME, defer. Parmas Landscaping and Maintenance, LLC, Ganison P. Pitchanmathu, RME, defer. Peak Performance Energy, LLC, Michael D. Cooper, RME, defer. Pertitia Stone, LLC, Jeffrey John Wirtz, RME, defer. Phillips Heating and Air Conditioning, LLC, Jacob R. Phillips, RME, defer. Pavado's Renovation, Inc., Darce Pavado, RME, defer. Place Services Incorporated, Troy S. Place, RME, defer. Gonzalo Planas Jr., RME, Eaton Corporation, deny. Platinum Builders, Hawaii, LLC, Virgilio T. Ripapor, Jr., RME, approve. Providence by Design Construction and Development, LLC, Gary M. Brennan, RME, defer. QUTM Corp., Kenneth Corbin, RME, defer. R&F Power Solutions, LLC, Andres F. Restrepo, RME, defer. RSM Electric, LLC, Robert S. Mitchell, RME, defer.
Carl Reclear, RME, defer. Raiden Painting, LLC, Randall Borgonier, Lepacan, RME, defer. Regatta Development, Inc., Randall Homes, RME, defer. Daniel Roberts, RME, defer. Rosette Painting, LLC, Shay Rossett, RME, defer. Rural Solar Restoration, LLC, Andrew Stam Rasmussen, RME, deny. Tony Russell Jr., RME, defer. Richard Patrick Sermon, individual, defer. Salt Builders, LLC, Bradley Gowie, RME, defer. Connor Sechrist, RME, defer. Shakatree Car, LLC, Dusty D. Much, RME, defer. Septac and Excavation, LLC, Elliot Boneza, RME, defer. Signal USA, LLC, Earth Lift Church, RME, defer. Signature Shade Solutions, LLC, Bradley Gao, RME, defer. Sizen Deco Corp, Hanayan Carfan, RME, defer. Kostikov Sladak, individual, defer. Kiala E. Snyder, RME, defer. Cartran Painting, LLC, Phillips Saltran, RME, defer. Michael Stellentkers Sr., RME, deny. Brenda Stankovic, individual, defer. Stefan Michael Mechanical Corporation, Paul Stefan III, RME, defer. Structure Flex, LLC, Timothy McFadden, RME, defer. Christopher Schroeder Jr., individual, defer. TR Electric, LLC, Tracy Bingo, RME, defer. The Cascade Joinery Incorporated, Ryan James Missiolet, RME, approved. The Kona Plumber, LLC, Scott Beal, RME, denied. the Popular Turf Worker LLC, Stephen J. Biondi, Army defer. Kevin Thompson, Army defer. Driver for Life LLC, Gerald A. McCabe, Army defer. Alexander Danilovic Toskov, Army, I'm sorry. Alexander Danilovich Topkov, Army defer. Baldiskov Danilovich Topkov, Army defer. Trace Industry Inc., Tracy Poe, Army defer. Trade Winds Home Solutions LLC, Luke E. Schaeffler, Army defer. Triumph Specialty Construction Inc., Brew D. Keller, Army defer. Truecraft Construction LLC, Jason Carter, Army defer. Tucola Trees Inc., Keith Clapton, Army defer. Even CB, Tumbin, Army defer. Turnkey Constructing LLC, Parker Lau, Army defer. Unitech Restorative Services LLC, Michael Flores, Army defer. Balance Construction LLC, Ian Crawford, Balance, Army defer. Richard V. Barbaros, Army defer. Vogue Pacific Builders Inc., Brainberg, Army defer. WB LLC, Wyatt W.K. Buderlove, Army defer. Thomas J. Wadle, Army defer. Alan V. Walker, Army defer. Lawrence West, Army defer. Stephen White, Army defer. Eric Witt, individual defer.
Thank you, Chair. That ends the reading of the deferrals from April.
Okay, thank you, Leslie and Carrie. At this time, is there any testimony from the public?
No public testimony, Chair.
Who is this in here?
Oh,
Is here a testify?
sir, could you just introduce yourself quickly?
My name is Vincent Furiel. I came to review my own application. I was number 22 on your list, and I was approved.
Okay, good. Okay, if there isn't any other testimony for public, can I get a motion on the application committee's recommendation to the Contractors License Board?
So moved.
Thanks, Dow. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you, Russell. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
All opposed, say nay. So the motion is carried. If there is nothing else, the next application committee meeting will be on June the 1st, 2026. And the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.